G'day everyone, Tim from vMix here, and today we're going to be looking at how you can use vMix to stream two different video outputs. Now this feature is only available in vMix 4K or Pro, so keep that in mind. Now if you wanted to test it out, our free 60-day trial is vMix Pro. You can also upgrade your vMix edition by just paying the difference between your edition and the next one up. Now this feature was added in vMix 23. So typically when creating a production, you're creating a single production. Now it's hard enough to manage switching one show, let alone two at the same time. However, there are situations where you may choose to stream separate audio and video. You may want to stream a clean feed, a single camera, or use different graphics and overlays. Perhaps you want to go all out and create something totally different, using a customized input with layers and then using the mix input for different transitions. In order to set this up, you will need to use output 2 in vMix. Now you can set this up by going into your output settings. So I'm going to go into those now, down the bottom here, and then going to the output settings. So by default, you'll see on the left-hand side here, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 for these outputs. Now your main output here is set to your live program output, and usually by default, these will all be set to output. So if we want to change these, we can just select a different input down here or output from the drop-down menu. So if I wanted to use my output still, I could select that. If I wanted to send out a multi-view, or if I wanted to send out one of my customized inputs, I can select that from the drop-down menu. Now, if I wanted to select my output with, say, a clean feed or certain overlays on, I could leave that as output. Then on the overlays column, I can choose what overlays are going to be displayed for that output. So I could turn them all on, I could turn them all off, or I could set certain ones to be on and off. Now, if you are looking to create a fully customized input with different layers and mixes, then you can select that input from this drop-down menu. So for example, I have this one here called the Tim Show with its own overlay that I want to stream. So when I stream out, I only want people on a certain stream to see this particular camera. So what I'm going to do from my settings is I'm going to select output 2 to use this input, which is input number 6. So now I've associated output 2 with this input 6 here. So when you finish that, make sure you click OK to save those settings. So now I have my output here, which I want to stream, but I also have my secondary Tim 24/7 cam that I want to stream somewhere else. Okay, so what I need to do now is go into my streaming settings. So I'm going to go into my streaming settings here, and I've already set up my first stream, which is going to be my main program output here. And then I've set up my secondary stream as well. So what I want to do now is go into the settings of the stream that I want to use output 2 on. So go into the settings down here. And then for the video source, I can choose what I'm going to be sending. So I'm going to select output 2 from the drop down. Then if I wanted to change the audio, I could also do that here as well by selecting a different bus to send out. But I'm going to be using the same audio today. Then I'm going to click Save down the bottom. Now from the quality settings here, you'll notice that it says output 2 now. So that's a friendly reminder that on this particular stream, you're going to be sending out output 2. If I click the first one here, it doesn't say anything. So it's the main output, it's not output 2. Now keep in mind that if you are doing multiple streams, it's going to be using more bandwidth and it could potentially be using more CPU depending on how many times you've used your hardware encoder on your graphics card. Typically NVIDIA cards only allow for 2 hardware encodes, so you need to choose whether you're going to be using those for your stream or perhaps one for your record. So yeah, it will use a little bit more CPU if you're not going to be using the hardware encode on the second stream. So once that's all done, I can click Save and Close here, and then I can start streaming. All right, so now I'm going to hit the stream button and start streaming my 2 different streams, and we'll see what happens. All right, so let's see if that has worked. Okay, so here I am currently streaming on one, and as you can see, my second output is my side one. So that's completely separate to what I've got set up. So these are the 2 outputs that I have streaming from vMix. So we're going out at the same time, they're both live, but they're sending out totally different outputs. So with this sort of functionality, please be sure to follow the 3 rules of live streaming: to test, test, and test again. Now, typically when live production software was created, you're just making the one production. So this is all a little bit tricky and a little bit challenging to set up if you wanted to create a second stream output. So if you do have any support questions, please send us an email via the support page on vmix.com. It's really hard to answer technical questions via YouTube, so please send us an email. So thanks for watching this video, and we'll stream you later.
Thanks for watching. Click to watch another exciting vMix video or head to vmix.com for a free 60-day trial. See you later.